So yesterday what we covered was I tried to embed my real SVG rendering function into the application, but I quickly realized that I might be missing something. So here, this type that is returned by the function is kind of funky. Diagrams backend SVG command line B. I don't really need a command line. I did a little bit of research yesterday and I found out that the command line is I'll show you. I think it's here. The command line is used with the default main. So see this first program? It looks simple, but this function main with hides a lot of complexity, and it actually handles input arguments, which I'm already handling with another library. I think it's called, what is it? Options applicative? I think it's options applicative. See, my function looks like this. Yeah, options applicative, exec parser, and exec parser just processes the options needed by the renderer. And just to refresh my memory, the options needed by the renderer are input, which is the drakon diagram JSON file, and the output file. So we can't really use main with. So I'll need to use something else in order to produce SVG image to a given output. So technically I will not be needing this function, I can remove it. Yesterday I tried to set up the environment locally by building my container locally, and by compiling, installing all the compile dependencies. It did take a while, but the environment is ready now, and let's try to build it. When I say it, I mean the code, the drakon renderer. No, it's perfect. So it's built. Alright, now let's go to the documentation. I did some digging yesterday as to what we could replace the main with, and I did find something. So let's try to retrace my steps and go to the user manual. I think what we need to go back to is different backends for the diagrams library, and the backend I will be interested in is the SVG backend. Let's see if it's still there. Rendering backends, yes. So SVG backend is the default. Now let's do some reading and let's try to use it in my program. I think it was somewhere here. I think I found it yesterday. I think this could be it. See this render SVG quote function? I think this is what I'm looking for. So just not to overthink it too much, I'm just going to copy this whole set of functions, set of two functions, let's see what we have. You know what, let's place them at the top so I know where they are. Most likely I will not leave them for long in this file, so it's good to remember where they are placed. Now, let's go back here and let's actually call it. For now, I don't really care about my current main, so I don't think it will hurt anybody if I just comment it out. For now. I just need to something rendered for the time being. Now, the way I like to work is to have all my imports qualified, because I get very discouraged when I see a type or a function like that and I just can't figure out which package it came from, or which module it came from, I should rather say. So in order to avoid any sort of confusion, I like to use qualified imports everywhere, even for my own modules. It does bloat up the code a little bit, but what you get in exchange is an incredible clarity as to where everything is and where everything is coming from. So I think I will need the imports that were defined in that example file. I think I have a fly in my room, so I apologize for the noise. I'm not tempted to open the window for now. Or maybe I should. No, that will just be too noisy. Anyway, let's use those imports here. So what do we have? Data text. I don't think we'll need this for now. Let's go to the Cabal file and see what we imported. Diagrams, just diagrams. And here we use diagrams prelude, diagrams backend SVG. For now, let's just deal with one thing. And just not to cause too many compilation errors, I'm just going to write a new temporary main. String. Sorry. And I'm going to focus on the SVG opt function. Right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to see what kind of imports I would need in order to make this work. And for those of you who are interested, my build script looks like this. Cabal build. And I also like to hlint post build. Okay, this caused naturally a lot of compilation errors. So let's see. Data ASIN options. See, I don't believe this is from data ASIN options. Let's try to import this guy. So I'm tackling issue number 1 first. Okay, so we'll need to find this package. Let's see where it actually is. On package diagrams SVG, I think. Is that it? Let's see which. Yeah, here. Did I click the right thing? Let's see. No, I didn't. Package. Oh, sorry, I'm silly. This is the package. diagrams SVG. Lovely. So we need to add this package as backend, and now I can do my import here. Let's see. Okay, and v2, if I remember correctly, is located in diagrams prelude module, which is in the diagrams package. Okay, so save, let's build again. Okay, diagrams prelude. Oh, so technically I loaded the wrong thing and it should be lib. Let's see if it's referenced anywhere here. Diagrams lib. There it is. Okay, I think that's good. Let's try to build it again. I wonder if I will have to import the diagrams package as well, or import declare that the build depends on it. Let's see. This could take a while, I think, because that package, if I remember correctly, is pretty heavy. Builds, I'm going to take a look at the documentation again. So what do we have in the SVG options? We have the size. I believe this is the size of the canvas. I don't know what this is, but I don't think it matters for me at the moment. SVG definitions, not sure what this is, not sure it matters at the moment. SVG attributes, I'm not sure I'll need it now. Generate doc type, true. Okay, I believe I'll just borrow, quote unquote, these settings and just roll with them. I believe this is the size of the canvas expressed in, I don't know what units, but that should be good enough. I can make it an argument, or I can make it into an argument later on. For now, I don't really care all that much. But what does look familiar is this type, diagram B, and this diagram B is going to, in the future, become the list or a collection of drakon icons that I want to render. Okay, this looks much more familiar. And again, just a reminder, I used to have, I still have the rendering engine with the diagrams library implemented. I just didn't really like how I did it, so I've redone it. Okay, this is still building lens. But I think we're on the right track. In the meantime, I can already see that I will need this qualified import T, and LST is needed for this. So you know what? Let's fix it straight away. I don't need an alias. I don't mind slightly longer names. So this used to be T. T is also present here. SVG. We only have one reference to it. Now, I'm going to cause many compilation errors in a second because I'm going to make these two imports qualified. And I know I will need them. Apologies, the fly is back again. Let me try to open the window, see if I can get it out. Okay, apologies if there is an outside noise creeping in. Okay, now I know I'll need these imports, so I might as well just sort them alphabetically. I like to have everything sorted alphabetically, and I'm not really sure if there's a good tool for automatic sorting. Some .NET IDEs have that, but here I'm not so sure. So technically, oh yeah, this will probably break everything. So technically I can uncomment this function and start working on qualified diagrams. Sorry, qualified imports. This is still building. How do I start this repo? I have, they deserve full recognition. It's a beautiful piece of work. A lot of effort went into this, so a big thank you to the team. You can close it for now, and the lib too. Let's go back to my workspace, and it's still importing. So what I'm hoping to achieve today is fully rendered circle of, this is probably radius 1 or diameter. It doesn't really have to make sense in terms of drakon, but it's a step forward. Later on, I will be building diagram Bs out of the drakon icons. I'm curious as to what I used to glue the diagrams together. I still have the code here. Your neighbor's dog is very active. That's good. Now, I remember the shapes were rendered somewhere at the bottom of the file. What do we have here? Oh, that's a long function. Text, title shape. Let's see where it is used. So this function returns a collection of tuples. Point, this is probably an origin point. Oh, so this is basically a collection of diagrams. All right, let's see how we use that. It's not used in this file, so probably in main. Let's see what this function does. Oops, what did I do? Do we have like an index here? Okay, let's not worry about this now. It looks like this is built now. Right, obviously we'll probably need to add packages. Look for it. Looks like SVG. The other one, what was it? Data text. Do we not have data text already? I think this could be embedded. You don't need a package for that, but we shall find out. Let's try to build it again. I wonder why I can't find this function. Diagrams. Oh, documentation not available. Let's see source code. Oh, yeah, sorry. Why am I clicking diagrams? Looking at the right thing. Oh, I think this is just a wrapper. Setup GitHub workflows. Let's see what we have here. Okay, let's take a look at the compilation. Okay, we have progress. Oh goodness, this is going to be a lot of things to fix. Our imports are qualified, so that's the price I pay for having all imports qualified. A lot of compilation errors. Okay, line 22. But once we fix them, it's going to be very obvious what's where. And line 22. SVG is coming from. I keep pressing Control C. V2 is also coming from diagrams prelude. You know what, let's actually start from the bottom. Line 31. So here, all of these names will have to be prefixed with the module name. Mm-hmm. 23. Line 31. Oh, more errors. All right. Well, of course, all these will need a prefix. So, frame. I think everything will need a prefix, yeah, that's what I mean, that the code will get a little bit bloated. But it's fine, I think it's worth it. To me, there's nothing worse than the frustration of, where is this thing? Do I have an alias? Okay. Variable not in scope. Oh, even the operators need a prefix. Oh, lovely. That's fine. Sorry. Let's see if this makes a difference. Mm-hmm. 24. Same thing, and line 24 again. All right. What did I mess up here? Is that a typo? No. Not in scope. Oh, sorry. It's the wrong import. I should be using diagrams prelude instead of this. I think that should be good. Now here. Okay. think the namespace has changed. Let's see if I can just skip that for now. Okay. Let's see. So they say it's not really important. I'm not going to remove it yet. Let's see if it works first. This we can safely ignore because it complains about the functions that we temporarily commented out. Diagrams is not initialized. Oh. Let's see. It should be graphics. Yeah. SVG core attribute. Yeah. I think the namespace has changed since this tutorial was published. I'll take a note that this should be updated. Let's see if it still works without it, and I can fix it some other time. The code builds, so let's see if what happens if I run it. Hello world. Okay, so this is the function we do not want. Runs. We want the function that renders my circle. Okay. Variable not in scope. Oh, of course it is not. It should be in this. Oh, sorry, in this library. Sorry, module, I should say. Where are we? Here. So somewhere here, the SVG with a circle should appear. Oh, something happened. No? Missing field in record construction SVG attributes. Okay, so it did create a file, but nothing in it. Okay. But that we can fix some other time. Right. Thanks for your attention today, and well, see you next time.